Okay, so today is my first ever attempt at making even farmer's cheese. So I'm gonna put what little bit of milk I have from Brie. Is not even a quart, I don't think. So we're just gonna go with what we have, and then I believe it's 1 gallon of milk per a half a cup of vinegar to a gallon of milk is what the vinegar or lemon juice or whatever you use is the measurement. Well, I don't have that much, so what I'm gonna do is I'm literally gonna eyeball it and use I haven't decided if I'm using vinegar or lemon juice yet. I have both. And so I'm putting this in here. And then of course we have to get it warm, pretty good warm. Look at all that fat in there. That milk fat. Because I was not well, and so I didn't milk Brie. But don't forget, Brie's got 3 babies that she's raising, so it's not like my not milking her did not affect her at all. She has 3 babies she's raising. So we'll bring that up to boiling, and then once it starts boiling, you probably want to keep it stirred. Once the milk starts boiling is when you turn the heat off and you add your vinegar or lemon juice, whichever one you're going to use. So we'll bring that up to a boil, and then I'll be back. Okay, it's getting close. It's beginning to steam. I think I decided to use lemon juice. Like I said, I have such a small amount of milk. It might be maybe a little bit more than a quart, and it might be just about a quart of milk in here. So I'm just gonna play the lemon juice by ear or sight and a little bit of cooking experience. We'll see how it goes. And like I said, this is my very first time making any kind of cheese. So we'll see how we do, especially without having really accurate measurements, Only I would probably do this, but I have my strainer with my cheesecloth right here, so we can dip out the curds once we get curds. And it looks like it's really thinking about coming to a boil or starting to bubble. If you didn't notice, I have the news on in the background. Sorry about that. I do honestly run the news way too much. Oh, I do think it's, yep, I see bubbles. I'm gonna turn the fire off. the heat element. We don't have fire here. Shaking up my lemon juice. I'll tell you what temperature it is. It's 179 degrees. And I think that was about it, 180. So right when you see it starting to bubble, especially if you have electric, or even if you don't, because the pan, the residual heat from the pan, you don't want it to really go above 180. So here we go. We're going to put some lemon juice in here. I think the fresher the better, but we're going to go this route. Get it really incorporated in here. And I see curds already starting to form. I don't know if you can see. But I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice because, like I said, I am totally playing this by the seat of my pants here. I have no measurements because I didn't even measure my milk. Yeah, it is definitely curdling. Here we go. That's good. And I want to say, I believe you're supposed to let it fully cool. So we will be back when we have our complete curdle. I just wanted to bring you back and give you a view of the curdling. If you can see it at all. Good. You can see the curds are kind of laying below the whey in the bottom of the pan. Hasn't been that long, so we're still waiting. All right, I have my slotted spoon. Here's the cheese, and I'm gonna put it in the cheesecloth. But I also, my colander is very fine straining too, so I didn't double my cheesecloth. I didn't think it was necessary with my colander being so. Looks like cottage cheese to me. Kind of. It's a little gooier than cottage cheese. But, I mean, it has the look of cottage cheese. All right, I have all the curds. I think what I'll do is use this leftover whey and lemon juice mixture here to make some chicken mash. I will add, what I'll do is I'll put their layer food in here, and the layer food will soak all this up, and then I add garlic and cayenne pepper. It's just good for the chickens. They'll love it. I think while it's like this in here straining, I'm gonna add the salt. I have sea salt right here. Let's see. You know, for not having that much milk, we got a nice little bit of cheese here, actually. You know what it tastes like to me? a really mild mozzarella. That's really cool. That's not bad at all. That's really yummy. Delicious. Okay, so I added some sea salt. I have some garlic, but I don't have garlic powder. I have garlic salt. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of garlic salt in here, just a little bit, for a little pizzazz. Just a little bit, because it's not a lot of cheese anyway. Look what I have. Oops. Ugh, ignore that. I have Italian seasoning from Pampered Chef. What if I just put a little sprinkle of that in there? Little. Because it's pretty potent stuff, I think, because they try to make it pretty fresh. Try mixing that in there. I can smell the Italian herbs. I think that obviously the Italian herbs are going to be better, you know, after they incorporate like into the cheese. But it's delicious. Let's see. That's not a bad little amount of cheese there for the little bit of milk I had. Let me see if I can get a little bit here. I don't want too much. There we go. Oh my gosh, that is so good. My plan is, oh my gosh, that's delicious. And that was just the tiniest little bit of garlic and a tiny bit of that mixed Italian seasoning. So good. And my plan is to make those zucchini boats with turkey, ground turkey after a while. And this is going to be the topping. So I will highly encourage anybody to try this. It's amazing. I'm so impressed. I did it. Okay, so now I'm supposed to do like this and then spin this around like to really tighten it down on the cheese so you get all the way out. And then just let that keep dripping so that you get all that water out of the cheese. But it is so delicious. So I encourage you to try it. Next time we'll try a different cheese.